Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, So Little Time, and my name is Karen. So today's vlog is going to be something a little bit different. I've actually taken part in a challenge created by Claire of Penguin and Pear Dressmaking. She's on Instagram and on YouTube, so I'll link her details down below in case you want to check her out. And she's come up with a hashtag called Sew a Top, and a few sewing vloggers have decided to jump on the bandwagon with this and basically sew a top up by the end of August and just vlog about it. And Emma of She Loves to Make, she's also again on YouTube and Instagram, so I'll link her details as well. She contacted me and suggested we do a collaboration together to sew up the same top, because I admired a top that she'd made for her friend's daughter, and she found one of a similar sort of style for us to make. So I said, yeah, definitely, you know, I'd like to do that. So I've just used some scrap fabric that I had left over from my Colette Laurel dress that I made. So I've used that, which is a cotton poplin. And the top that I've made, I've showed you this before, it's off Etsy, and it's by MYSTYLEDIARYY, and it's a gathered ruffle top, really basic pattern, with tie straps and an elasticated casing at the top to give that ruffle detail, and then just quite a floaty bottom. Now, I was a little bit concerned about this looking a little bit maternity-like, and I was right. When I first made it up, it did flow out quite a lot to the point that it looked like I was hiding a bump, I suppose. And I actually went with the size according to my bust measurement, which was, I went with the middle size, which is the size 38. Now it goes from a size 34 to a 42, and the bust is measured in centimetres. So the smallest is an 84 centimetre and the largest is 100 centimetres. So I went with the 92 centimetres, as that was nearer to sort of my 34-inch bust. But when I held the fabric up before even putting the elastic casing in, I could see that it was going to be really, really big. So I thought, well, I'll just go with it anyway. And yeah, it was absolutely massive. So I then decided I had to unpick all the casing that I'd made to take the elastic out and slice down the sides of the top. But I actually sliced off too much, to the point that when I put it on with the elastic on, I could barely get it off, so I had to snip out of it. So the original fabric that I was using, I've now got that to make into a little girl's dress, because I think this could be converted to a dress quite easily. So like I say, just a basic top on Etsy, and there is no instructions with this pattern. So you have to follow the instructions on her YouTube channel, which is only a very short video, step-by-step guide. You can pause it, you know, as you go along, really easy to follow. I mean, you probably wouldn't need to follow the instructions if you've done something like this before. But I've got the top here to show you, and I'll pop it on in a moment. So firstly, use this fabric which was from Minerva Crafts, and it's minerva.com, and it's a cotton poplin. And basically all you do is fold a bit of the fabric over, and then you sew 2 rows of stitching to create this elastic casing, and then you pop the elastic in. Now the elastic is, I think, 1/2 inch wide, and I didn't have one that size, so I cut one that I'd already got in half, and then overlocked the edge so it didn't fray, and that's worked absolutely fine. So it's just tie straps, and mine are a little bit shorter than what they should be, just due to the fact that I didn't have quite the width of fabric or length of fabric that I needed, because this was a leftover. I did actually go longer for the top, because I could tell when I laid the pattern piece on the fabric that it was going to be way too short for me, and I don't like things really high hip, so I wanted it a bit lower. So you'll see where it comes to on me when I try it on for you. Yes, and so really straightforward. So really, really easy. Like I say, you could make this into a dress, no problem, if you just lengthen it, because it does go A-line, so you could just continue to keep going for as long as you needed to. And I made one error on this, and basically when I laid the fabric piece over the top, I folded the fabric, and because this has got a directional print on it, as you can see, I forgot that the back would be folded the other way around. So my back of my top is actually upside down. which is a little bit annoying, but it hasn't stopped me wearing it. I wore it yesterday with a denim skirt and it looked absolutely fine, and I'm pretty sure nobody would really notice unless you're stood in the queue of something, and then they would perhaps think, oh, those rainbows are upside down. But yeah, it's not going to bother me, and like I say, it's not going to stop me wearing it. So I'll pop it on for you to see anyway, and I'll also show you the one that I didn't make, where I'd gone wrong, just to show you the fabric that I was going to use, and also just to show you how I'm going to make it into a little girl's dress, because I think it will work out for an age 2 to 3 year old, because I put it on my son and I said, oh, that should fit all right. So yes, I'll go and pop this on for you now. Okay, so here it is then. So my ruffles aren't as ruffly as the picture is here, and that is purely because I've taken it in down the side seams quite a lot, so I haven't got as much fabric to gather up. But I don't mind that, I think it looks okay as it is. I do need to invest in a decent strapless bra to wear with it, because even when I have my bra on with bra straps, it does show it a little bit at the back. Now it might be that I've not got the placement of the straps in the right place, because I took it in at the side, so I had to move them slightly, and so I just had to kind of guess, because on the pattern piece it does obviously have a notch where you would put them. Yeah, so I'll stand back anyway so you can see the length of it and how it kind of billows out a little bit, but I don't think it looks too maternity anymore. It's just a nice sort of floaty top to let the air up when it's a hot day. Okay, so I've just got it on with a ready to wear denim skirt. So this is how the top looks. Ooh. Like so. I'll come in closer for you to see a little bit. It's very hard for me to film a little bit here. So yeah, it just kind of comes to mid-hip sort of level, which I don't mind that at all. So yeah, just like this. Nice and floaty and airy. Yeah, so actually I'm really pleased with the overall effect of the top. I think it looks nice with this skirt. I have tried it on tucked into my miette skirt as well, so I'll just pop that on just so you can see the difference, because it does give quite a nice little effect of not a blouse, but it just billows over a little bit, and I think it'll go with my Robert Kaufman Spotty chambray one that I've just recently made, and also my pink chambray one. So it will go with quite a few things, and I think obviously you can wear it with jeans and then just pop a cardigan on. I mean, although this might be a bit of an issue with wearing a cardigan, having the bows, and like I say, the straps aren't as long as they should be. So if you go over to Emma's vlog then on She Loves to Make, you'll see her version, and it will look slightly different to mine, because I think she's got the proper length straps, and also she made, I think it was a size 36, yeah, and so she's got a little bit more of a gather at the top, which does look really nice, but I think she said she graded out. But anyway, you'll find all the details on her vlog, which I'll link down below, like I said. So I'll pop the miette skirt on then, just so you can see it tucked in, just to give you a different style variation really. So back in a moment. Okay, I've got my miette skirt on then, so I'll stand back so you can see the effect, and I think it does give it a totally different look. The only thing I would say is that when you tuck in tops, it does obviously add a little bit of bulk to your hip area and bum area and that kind of thing, which I'm not overly keen on, but I don't think it would stop me from wearing it like this as an alternative sort of style. So I'll stand back so you can see. Okay, so I've just got it sort of poking out of the top, really, like that. So I'll come in again so you can see a bit closer. Like this. So yeah, it just adds a little bit of bulk, a little bit, but not enough, like I say, to stop me wearing it like that. Okay, so I'll show you the top then that I originally was making, and it was this fabric here. It's just a strawberry fabric which I picked up from Dunelm here in the UK, and I've just overlocked the edge of the fabric, and that is literally just folded down probably by about 3 inches, and that is how you do it initially. You just fold down that edge and then you sew 2 rows. So you do one first up here, and then you do a second one, leaving a gap to insert the elastic, and that is literally it. And then I've just overlocked down the edge, and then I would overlock the bottom and fold it up and stitch it. So this one was where I'd cut it too small, so you can see that that would not fit. And then the straps are slightly thinner on this version because I used 5/8 of an inch seam allowance initially, and it is actually 3/8 of an inch that you use for this pattern, and I've just overlocked the edges of those straps as well. When you put the straps on, you put them on so it goes up to the top of the edge that you folded over, and then you stitch them on when you come to do the second row of stitches for the casing, and then that's it. So it's just held on with one row of stitches, so that's fine and it hasn't caused any problems. So like I say, this one's going to be made into a little girl's dress because the length, it sits sort of just above the knee on my 3-year-old, one of my twins, and I thought I'd just do the gathering exactly the same and attach the straps, and because obviously you can tie them, I can cut them off shorter if necessary, and then I think that would make a nice sweet little dress. I'll turn it the right way round so you can see the fabric full. But yeah, it's just like a tube basically, with a little bit of an A-line flare, and then you just do that elastic casing, put the straps on, and then it's just a nice little summer dress, pop over sort of summer dress really. So I'm going to do that, and I'll give it to one of my friends who has a little girl, and she can have that so it doesn't waste the fabric. Yeah, so that's it then really. So I hope you have enjoyed this vlog. Please do search the hashtag sew a top. You'll find the other vloggers tops that they've made on their channels, and also on Instagram I think you'll find some on there as well. So like I say, go over to Emma of She Loves to Make. She's done exactly the same top in collaboration with me, so you can just see how it differs slightly on her, and you know, listen to her vlog. So thank you ever so much for joining me today, and I shall see you again soon. Thanks a lot. Bye.